Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to be taking a look at a map called Redwood, and you got to yell the name every time you read it because it's all in capitals. So the description for this map says giant trees. The features are giant trees. So if there's one thing to expect here, I would expect to see some small trees. First things first, are the trees actually giant? Let's find out. I would say yes. These trees are in fact giant, and the only small thing here is my car compared to those trees. In fact, my car looks like a toy compared to the trees. And I want you to look at the road we're going to be driving on. It looks like it's going to be really rough and bumpy, but it's actually surprisingly smooth. Like I thought we'd be bouncing in potholes and all kinds of stuff like that. But no, it just has a lot of elevation change to it. But you can take a car that's really low to the ground and you'll be able to drive through this without much issue. Also, the road is kind of like a racetrack in the fact that it's a single road that loops around onto itself and it has no alternative paths that I've seen, but it is an extremely long road. I don't think we're going to be driving this whole thing because of how long it is. And it is very easy to fall off of the road when you don't know the road too well, because there are a lot of sections where you can just kind of get popped in the air and you can't steer while you're in the air. For example, right here, if you're just driving along, you think you're doing fine, and you're like, okay, I got to go to the right. Well, you can't go to the right when your front wheels are off the ground, so you're going to try to go to the right, you're going to fail, and you're going to fall off the road into the ditch, and then you get to watch your car get destroyed in a little bit of slow motion. And then full speed it. It's gonna land upright, but it is completely broken. I broke both of the drive shafts and the engine, so there is nothing gonna happen with that truck. I'll give you guys a look at the damage, and then let's see if we can drive out of here before we swap to a different vehicle. I think we should be able to drive out of this. Seems like some sections you can drive out of it, some maybe not. It's hard to know for sure. It's just there's so much to the map, and I can't really tell. And whoa, this is getting sketchy. All right, go fast and just kind of slide on the road like that, and we are good. Now let's try something really low to the ground to prove that you can use something low here. So how about we go with, let's go really low. We're gonna go with the Stanced Abishu Pessima. And how about we get it in a nice cream color? Because that's the classic color for an Abishu Pessima. At least to me, that looks like a very classic color for this car. And we're gonna see if we bottom out at all as we drive. We are gonna leave a nice skid mark as we go along and a good little smoke screen. And I didn't even have to steer at first because the road kind of just steered for me. That was nice. And I'm looking though, we didn't bottom out at all. Might bottom out, nope, didn't even bottom out there. This thing is doing a really good job, except we gotta slow it down. Because this is a tight corner. Get it right up to the edge. Oh, it's a little bit over the edge. But I'm willing to take the risk in a situation like that, where the worst that can happen is you bump the wall versus fall off a cliff. Yeah, we'll take that corner aggressively fast every time. Same with this one, look, ride the inside line. Oh, that actually worked really good. Like if you want to drive as fast as possible, that's probably what it's going to look like, but you got to know when you can and can't go on the inside line. That's one of the ones where you can't do it because they'll just pop you into the air like that. And now we are stuck. Well, actually, we're broken and stuck. I think if we were right here, we would still be stuck though, wouldn't we? Yeah, we would still be stuck. So we'll just bring this thing back up the hill just a little bit to free ourselves. Oh, still stuck. All right, we're going to go backwards to get ourselves free from the ditch we're stuck in. Maybe we can get some momentum, and we're good. Now we can keep on driving with this thing a bit longer. I thought I might have to replace it for a second. And you know what I'm thinking? I need to really focus on entering these corners in ridiculous ways. Like, you can really get to the inside of some of these corners. This one, maybe not so much because we're not going fast enough yet. But on some of the corners, like this one coming up, it looks like we can just kind of hop on the inside and really hug the corner to go super fast through it. So let's see if this actually works. Ooh, it works really well. That works super good. I don't think it's gonna work on every corner though, because some of them are gonna be more difficult than others. Oh, stay on the road, stay on the road. That's fine. We lost a lot of speed, but we remained in control. So let's go ahead and try to hop another corner. Oh, that was not gonna work. There was a mountain in the way. It just wasn't gonna happen from there. All right, this car is upside down and wrecked up. So how about we try a different vehicle? Let's go with the ETK 800 series. I'm pretty sure this thing will have enough ground clearance to kind of crawl its way out of this hole we're in, and that was actually effortless. I had to do nothing fancy at all. I just held the accelerator down and we were out of the hole. Perfect. So that's a jump coming up. We got to make sure we line ourselves up and hopefully where we can keep on going along the road. I think we kind of want to go on this side. Oh, it looks pretty good, but there's another thing I want to point out. I'm going to slow down right here near the water, but not into the water. I just want to point out from some angles, it looks like the water is super green. Like right here, it looks like it's some toxic water or something every now and then, doesn't it? Like, you gotta wait for the ripple to shine, and then it's just like, it looks toxic because I guess there's algae below it and stuff. But it's a trip to just look at it to me. Anyways, keep on driving, car. Get that electronic stability control, and it keeps kicking in, and it doesn't want me to have any fun. I want some sort of stability control that can realize, oh, hey, your suspension is all messed up, so we're going to compensate and keep your car driving in a straight line. That would actually be really useful. Like right here, we're driving crooked, and I can't do anything about it, and that actually broke the engine? Wow, that did not look like that harsh of a hit. Maybe a little bit of damage to the front suspension I would have expected, but not the engine actually breaking. We need a skid plate. That's what it is. We don't have anything to actually protect the engine in a jump. How about we get a car that has a skid plate? We'll do the rally version of the Ibishu Pessima because I know that thing has a skid plate which will protect the engine. And I get the jumps just a little bit faster than the other car. If we still have problems with this though, we can go to something like a pickup truck which should be even better at hitting the jumps. But I figure with the rally suspension setup and a skid plate, we'll hopefully be alright to do some jumps. Like that first jump right there, that seemed pretty decent. I can't tell you if the car's driving in a straight line or not because I'm dealing with some corners right here, but it's driving straight enough where I can control it, and that's what's important to me. I've been pulling a little bit to the right, but not a significant amount. Got another jump right here going about 85 miles per hour. Yeah, that was nice and smooth. That was just buttery smooth as we went over that one. How about this one? Again, a pretty smooth jump. I love those ones where you fly through the air, you land, and you can keep driving without any sort of disturbance to the vehicle, really. Those are just so nice. It makes you feel like you really knew what you were doing. And in reality, it's the map maker who knew what he was doing to line up everything to be that smooth. All right, slow us down just a little bit. When I'm looking around, it really does feel like we are in a backyard and we're like a kid's car, and he made like a little path to drive the car, and I swear that's what it feels like as I drive through here. I might just be kind of making things up, but that's totally what it looks like to me. And look at this! The car and the water hit each other on the road! Like, I wonder if we could drown the car if we drove through there slowly enough. Like, if we backed on through it. Oh, yes, you could! We drowned it. Alright, let's reset it right here and see if we can drive out of this or not. I think we can if I do gas and then let up, and then gas and then let up. And we're free. Alright, yeah, that worked. I don't know why I felt like driving the car right there, but I did. Good news is, though, is it really handled those jumps nicely. Not only did it handle them, it made them feel great. Like I said, that and the map design itself made them feel great. Over there we got, look at that big old wall of rocks. Doesn't it make you want to just try to drive up it? Yeah, we're going to try to drive up that thing. Not with this car, though. I don't think this one will do too well. We're going to go ahead and get like a truck to try to drive up that. Well, let's go ahead and go to the custom version of the hopper. I think it should be able to climb up this thing if it didn't roll over immediately. I didn't even touch anything. It just did that on its own. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and lock the front and rear differentials. And we're going to kind of line it up with the mountain and see if we can climb it. That is pretty steep, actually. So, give myself a little bit of a boost right here. We're going to back it up, then go forward, try to get as much speed as we can, and we are good. We climbed it. We can keep climbing it, too. It gets higher if we wanted to. It's definitely not an easy terrain to climb, though, because of how vertical it can get. It doesn't get vertical for long, but it gets very vertical, like this thing. That is going to be very difficult to actually get to the top of, and the car decided to stall out right there. All right, I'm done with you. You can just stay there for all I care. I'm back in my Ibishu, which hopefully doesn't roll off the edge, too. No, we're good. We're good. So goodbye, Hopper. You did your job. You climbed up the rocks. That's what I wanted to do. Now I want to see you climb that tree, right? That would be impossible. Actually, you know what? What if you really, really wanted to climb a tree? Could you? The answer is yes, you could. You just gotta know exactly what you're doing. So maybe we'll do that in a little bit. Because there is a kind of wacky method I know of to make it where we could climb the tree. And it is sort of cheating, I guess, but it is within the confines of the game mostly. You'll see what I mean. Oh no, I was thinking about that instead of where I was driving. That's how you wreck a Pessima. That thing is done. All right, let's try to drive it out of here because I'm curious if we could. And apparently it was going to catch on fire right as I hit reset. The problem is it doesn't accelerate too good from a dig. Like, it just has to have that turbo spool up and it takes forever. So we can't really get up to speed easily to kind of get out of this crevice. You just got to wait for it to level out a bit. There you go. Now, which way was I coming from? I think I was going this direction, right? No, I was so distracted with the possibilities of... Oh, no. Come on. Come on now. Come on. Rev it up, floor it, go. Okay. So I was distracted about the possibilities of climbing the tree. And then I got distracted about not being able to drive. It was just... Couldn't get any traction. I got all-wheel drive, man. I would think I got traction there, but no, somehow... Couldn't put down no power. Also, the turbos weren't spooled up. That hurts when the turbos don't spool up for you when you're trying to accelerate. Takes forever sometimes. Unless, of course, you just hold the clutch in, rev it up, and then drop the clutch. That's good for the engine. Although, who cares? It's BeamNG.drive. You wreck cars. Like half of BeamNG.drive looks like this. I was actually expecting the car to probably get wrecked right there, but it's flying nice and straight, so that didn't work out too well, did it? How about like this? There we go. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and swap this out for something else, but let's get it onto the road first. I don't know if I want to try to drive out of that. That looks awkward. So let's get ourselves something a little bit different. We're going to go with the 600 version of the Pigeon. I have no idea why. I just thought it might be interesting to drive here. Starting on off. There we go. We're up to speed. And oh, goodness. This thing can actually put down some power. I forgot. This engine has a surprising amount of horsepower, where you do have to respect it, because if you accelerate too hard, you'll slide out like I just did. We're moving now, 50 miles per hour in a Pigeon. In a road that has all kinds of bumps and stuff that could easily tip it over, and it's also not the easiest to get traction on because there's so much sand on it. Like, I'm trying to stay out of the sand, but I don't think I have any option at this point. We just gotta drive through the sand, and the Pigeon does not like this one bit. I think I should have chose a different vehicle. We just gotta wreck it real quick. Then I have an excuse to get a different vehicle. Something that can go through the sand. Oh wait, look, we got the downhill. We're moving now. Maybe I'll keep the Pigeon for a little bit. I'm gonna drive recklessly, and when it wrecks, it wrecks. Which might be right here, actually. No, it slides! It drifts! The Pigeon can drift! This is possibly the hardest car to drift, and I just did it accidentally. Maybe the sand is really good for drifting pigeons, I guess. Oh, but this is really painful right here. Come on! You need to just put it into manual mode and stick it in first gear. That way it'll just rev itself high and keep on going. If I drive on the edge of the road like that, it actually has a pretty good amount of traction. But once you get in the sand, that's when everything gets squirrely. I know we ain't going actually the speed it says it feels like. It feels like we're going way slower than that. Oh no! Oh no! Don't fall! Don't fall! Alright, we made it out of the sand, actually. We can keep using the Pigeon. I am truly impressed by this thing. It hasn't wrecked itself. And I was trying to for a little bit. Come on, wreck yourself. Oh, it's gonna keep driving, isn't it? Nope. Oh, no. Well, hey, it's gonna keep driving after all. Look at that. But I don't think we're actually gonna be able to drive out of there, so we're gonna teleport it back a bit, and then how about we swap the car once again? This time, we will go with a Hirochi Sunburst Race Edition. It actually blends in pretty well with the environment. Are we stuck? Nope, we can make it out of there. See? Even with very little ground clearance in a race car, we could still get out of the crevice even in some situations. That's pretty amazing, actually. I thought for sure I was going to be stuck at first. So the thing with this is you can go around the corners nice and fast, but when you see a jump, you gotta slow down. This thing cannot handle the jumps. It does not have the ground clearance and suspension travel needed to be able to do that. If you hit a jump, you're just going to ruin this thing. So like right here, gotta slow it down some. Maybe a little bit of air is okay, but not more than like a foot. Ooh, look at that water over there. Isn't it nice and pretty? It feels like if you drove through it, it'd give you superpowers, right? So let's drive through it. We're dead. We didn't even get to the cool part. Like for some reason, the middle part's super blue. The part where we were driving it, not that blue. So we didn't get to the superpower area yet. And you can see it's actually the area below it is glowing blue. And I have no idea exactly why, but as far as I can tell, it's still just like a normal terrain. Here, we'll back the car out a little bit and actually drive on it properly. So we got to go around the regular water and then into the blue water. It doesn't do anything different. It's still water like all the other parts, but it's a nice neon blue. Okay, can we drive out of this? In this car? Probably not. This is gonna just kind of get stuck in the crevice soon enough, I'm pretty sure. But there's some more magic water. Try driving the edge this time so we don't drown the car. Nice. And oh, look, we can get back up right here, I think. Uh-oh, uh-oh. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. Continue along. How straight is this thing driving? Not too straight, and also we're on a dirt road, so we have limited traction. That's not good. And look at over here. We got like green water again with lava. By the way, if you touch the lava, nothing interesting really happens. It just is really bright red. And now I can't get back on the road because I was touching the lava. Actually, look how pretty it looks underwater. You got all these like cool colors. You got like the bright red, the bright green, the bright blue. You got like a mountain range over here even. Got all interesting looking stuff over there. And as for the car that's stuck underwater, well, we got to fix that. That is really blue. And I was on the edge of that thing for a while, wasn't I? Alright, we are on a dirt road, so why don't we go ahead and get something more dirt road appropriate. We'll go ETK Rally Gravel. This seems like it would be a perfect car for this situation. But I don't know how long this situation will last. It seems like the terrain on this place changes quite often. And sure, I could probably drive this thing through every terrain there is, but it's fun to have a car specifically for the terrain you're driving in, you know? So like right here, we got to really hug that inside to make sure we don't slide off the edge right there. That was a really steep area. Some areas are much steeper than others here. There's good variety. Not much steeper than that one we just did though. That thing, very easy to tip over on. All right, go on the inside. Yep, this is great. This is great. Oh, that was actually good. Like I thought it was gonna be bad, and I was saying this is great kind of sarcastically, and this is a tight corner. And would you look at that? My terrain is gone. Now we could use just something that's good on regular rocks. I wonder, can we climb up these walls, or are they too steep? Let's see. Whoop! Oh, look at that. It works. It actually worked really well. No damage at all as far as I could tell. Again, we got some lava all around us. Wait, I'm slowing this down like I got the race car for the jumps. We can fly. This is a rally car, man. Well, we don't want to go too fast over the lava. It might burn us. Wait, that makes no sense. I don't know. I just think it's cool driving on lava. Like, it makes absolutely no sense, yes, but it looks cool. Okay, that part actually maybe makes sense when it's like almost dry, but not completely. You could probably drive over that, maybe. It depends like how dry it really is. You know, I'm not an expert on lava. I'll tell you that now. I've never actually seen lava in my life. I don't know where I would even go to see some lava. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, I would have to probably go way far from where I live to find lava. But look, there's lava all around us here. It's excellent. All right, let's fly a little bit here. Come on. A little bit of flight. Not much. Maybe like an inch in the air. The tires were off the ground for a half second, and then we were back on the ground. I said, you couldn't get air. How about we ride the wall? Yep. Up. We're done. We're done. Car is done. Time for another switch. All right, let's be dumb. Let's use a bus, but we need a fast bus. So we're going to get the hero. Because I need a hero here to be able to actually climb up these things, I'm pretty sure. If I had the regular bus, it would just basically be stuck in a hole. And we're already about a quarter of the way out of our fuel supply for the rockets. After that, we'll have just the regular bus engine. We'll see how terribly that goes. It's actually working surprisingly well. Like, I thought I would lose control very fast, but no, it's cruising. If I wanted to, I could just thrust her away and fly into nothingness at any moment. That's the neat thing. I just gotta find like a good opportunity to do it. You know, for the speeds we're going at, though, it's really impressing me, this bus here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Floor it! Floor it to get out of the hole! It worked. See? We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, everything is not fine. The bus has been ruined because it's out of fuel. That's the only reason I'm resetting it. It's because it ran out of fuel. Oh no, I lost one of my thrusters. Well, that's even worse than running out of fuel. There we go. All thrusters are back, ready to go. Over rev risk, that means we're driving at a good speed for the bus. Steer! Steer! Fly! Fly! It can't steer, so it can fly! Alright, we're just causing all kinds of wreckage here. We're not even really staying on the road most of the time anymore because I'm trying to drive way too fast. But you can drive it if you want to. You just gotta take your time like I was doing initially. How about we go with a custom version of the Legrand? That sounds different. Can we get out of this little crevice? Yes, we can. Oh, that thing actually does like a mean 180, didn't it? It like hooked into it hard. I like that. And climbing the hill pretty easily. Got some wheel spin going, but I'm just flooring it. It's kind of my own fault we got all that wheel spin. We slow it down a little bit for these jumps. There we go, nice and smooth. Climb the wall again. Yep, we're gonna climb this wall and ride it. Riding the wall for as long as we can. Keep riding it. Don't give up. Don't give up. Okay, we gotta give up now because the wall has pushed us away. It says no more riding. The ride is over. Get off. We're upside down even. It pushed us so hard, so good to go. Now, I have no idea exactly what's going on with that area. Like, it kind of maybe is like, I don't know. Like, it looks kind of like vines or something. It just looks crazy. It's weird. Like, this is totally like a fantasy land kind of thing. Like, I don't know what's going on with half of the map, but it's fun to drive on and it looks cool. That's what's important to me. It's not a realistic map, but not every map needs to be. In fact, the variety is nice. Because you can't do that easily on a realistic map. And that one, I didn't even want to do it. It just happened. I am wrecking the car all over the place. I gotta slow it down a bit. There you go, though. Another mean 180. Look at that. I didn't even do anything too. I was just holding the accelerator down and steering to the right. Like it looked like I'm about to do some e-brake nonsense there. Nah, just gas, steer, beautiful 180. That's what this car is good at, I guess, is doing little 180 maneuvers. I guess it actually drives decently on the regular parts too, but those 180s, man, they are really, really good compared to everything else it's doing for sure. Here we go. We're going to ride another wall. Shouldn't be doing this, but I am anyways. This time I'm going to try to get off of it in time, though. There we go. That's how you do it. And that's all for show, by the way. It's not going to make you go any faster, I'm almost certain, but it looks cool, doesn't it? Can you imagine if they had that in like real racing? Just walls you could ride up on in the corner to go faster? I mean, I guess you could say, well, they have banked corners. No, but I mean like a literal wall that's 90 degrees steep. Some of the bank corners do get steep, but not 90 degrees steep. That'd be crazy. Taking it nice and easy through here. Actually, let's just floor it and fly. Fly a little. Nope, no airtime yet. Fly a little sometime soon. I'm just going to keep going fast. I want to see it fly. A little bit of flight or a little bit of something. I was like unable to steer for a second because the front wheels are just no grip. Pop into the air a bit. There we go. Well, that was truly a disappointing flight, wasn't it? We can keep driving though, can't we? Yeah, we're good. Oh, I got a fun idea actually. We should put something on a trailer and tow it along. Alright, we just gotta find a flat enough surface to attach up a trailer. So right up here looks pretty decent for that. So come to a stop. And then we're gonna grab, we need a big beefy thing to tow with. So how about we do the beast? And what are we gonna tow? I have actually not decided quite yet. We're just gonna look at the menu and see what we got. How about first off we get the small flatbed trailer and we'll put something on it. Still don't know what that is. And parking brake on. Stop rolling. Stop! Okay. Stop! The parking brake doesn't actually hold. Like if I'm holding it down right now, it stays, right? But I let go and it rolls even though it says parking brake's on. I guess it's using the information from the other vehicle weird. So if I go between the vehicles like that, it'll hold itself. Perfect. So we want to go ahead and open the loading ramp so we can try to load something in. I want to load something that'll actually stay there. Well, what I could do is I could just put something there even if it won't stay and then attach it. So like if I got a Bishu Pigeon, I can just attach it down and not have to worry about anything. How about we get the street cleaning one because it looks cute with all the little accessories and stuff. Got a little trash can on it and all that. Do not litter. That's actually a pretty good life lesson right there. So thank you, Mr. Pigeon. Alright, so we're just going to roll it on up. Oh, no! Okay, well, we were going to try to roll it on up until it got stuck. What we'll do now is just yank it on up. Come on. Come on. There we go. And as I said, I was going to attach it. So what we're going to do is we are going to grab it by... let's do the front wheel. Well, that's kind of asymmetrical, though. How about in the back? We do the back wheel to there. And then this back wheel to there. I think that'll keep it in place pretty well. So they don't... I know it'll fall off if I don't do that almost immediately because of how steep some of these things can get. But I just want to have a vehicle towing it and see what happens to the vehicle towing it mostly. Alright. Tail enabled to attach. And we are good to go. Come on, Beast. You got this. Going around the corner. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is bad. This is bad. The trailer's sliding all over the place. Oh, we maintained control. Oh, we got it. It's going way better than I thought it would. In that first corner, yeah, the Pigeon would have flown off for sure if I didn't attach it. Stay on it. Come on. Power. Power. Power is always the solution. Especially when towing. That's the thing. People freak out and they slam on the brakes. Well, look what happens in the trailer when you slam on the brakes. You don't want to do that. You want to put the power down and straighten out the trailer by force. Or just like, even just kind of coasting down the speed is bad. You always want to floor it when something bad happens to the trailer. That's not like a complete rule, but generally it seems to work out for me. When everything goes wrong with the trailer, just floor it. Unless it's upside down. See, if it's upside down, flooring it ain't going to help much. Because you're already done for in that situation. Turns out though, yeah, you could tow no problem along these roads if you wanted to. Whoa, Pigeon moved right there. That was surprising. Has it been moving that much and I just haven't been paying attention? Oh, look how smooth this road looked. Hey, is this the road we left the hopper on? It kind of looks like it, but I think we're in a different area. Oh no, I was looking for the hopper. I wasn't paying attention to the truck. Oh no, I've ruined everything. Pull it out, pull it out. No, we're stuck. I just wasn't paying attention. All right, drop the trailer. Can we get out of here with just our truck? Push the trailer out the way. Climb over the trailer. I don't care. Do what needs to be done. Oh, I just made everything worse. I'm now stuck on a pile of things. Okay, well, how about instead we just go ahead and teleportation magic. I don't think this thing got too damaged in that whole process. We should be able to drive a good amount. Camera's still weirdly zoomed out, even though I took the trailer off. That's odd. But the camera fixes itself after you took the trailer off. I guess not. I would have to reset it, fix the camera. Although this camera angle works pretty good for the toy car effect. It really does look like a toy when it's zoomed out even more. So now let's just try to wreck this thing. I see maybe a good place to just kind of fling it off the edge right here. And that looks decent. Yeah, sure. Got it upside down. Can't get out of that. That is completely upside down. So I'm going to finish up this video here. What I want to do is drive up a tree, and I'm going to show you how to do that. First things first, we need a faster car. I'm going to go with the hill climb version of the SBR4 because we want a fast car with some downforce. This fills both of those marks. What we're going to do is just going to drive right up to the tree, and then we're going to freeze physics, and then we're going to change the gravity. We're going to go from regular Earth gravity to 0 gravity, and then look at that. We can actually climb up the tree, at least for a bit. Eventually, you do kind of lose control because downforce can only do so much to keep you glued to the tree. But either way, we got up most of the tree, and we are now above the tree. Well, not completely. We're above the main thing of the tree. There's also the branches that go off even higher. What we could do now is we could bring it back down. So we go and say, how about some Earth gravity? And get a second to just kind of float in the air, and then it comes crashing down. It's going to be a huge hit here. It's going to pretty much destroy this thing, even though it has a roll cage. That is not enough to save it from an impact of this kind of magnitude. This is, 200 mile per hour crash. You're going to get as much slow-mo as you can on this thing so you can really see what happens on this. And what I might do actually is separate the camera from the car, and then I could just kind of line it up like that, and you could really see it without any sort of that jerkiness that happens in those crashes sometimes. Anyways, that will do it for this video. Until next time, this has been WhyBeAre. Don't forget to follow me when I go to the grocery store, and I'll see you next time.